content creation in marketing. I believe before you joined this meeting, you must have seen the flyer and you are familiarized with what the topic is all about. However, on this call today, I'll be enlightening us, giving us more information and useful details about the role of content creation in marketing. So please let me just share my screen. All right, can we see my screen?
Yes, we can.
All right, thank you. Okay, so content and marketing. Content and marketing. Then later on, we'll narrow it down to the role of content creation in marketing. Just like the image before you, the infographics before you, you can see a lot of things that go into content and marketing process, strategy, creation, social media, a lot of things, audience go into content and marketing. So by way of introduction, what exactly is content? Me, I do not really have a particular definition for content other than content is the combination of words, combination of sentences, combination of anything that allows you to communicate. That is basically content. And for this uh this uh this program of today, for this topic in particular, I want to say that content unites everything. I'm a Christian, and from the Holy Scriptures, it says that when God wanted to create the heaven and the earth, He spoke words. And those, what are those words? They are content. During my first book launch in 2020, I said I'm everything around being a writer. So I was asked, one of the questions the audience asked me on that launch was, if I am as a writer, can one be a great speaker if you are a writer? And the big answer was yes, because you know what? Everything was first in words before they had spoken. Everything was first in words before, like anything you can write down, they are words. So the father is written down, makes a word, and that word is what is content. So, excuse me, content basically unites everything. So, how does it now relate to marketing? When we talk about marketing, the first thing that comes to mind is sales. But yeah, that's correct. But marketing is not just about sales. Marketing is about um publicity, projecting yourself to your audience. Because, for instance, now whatever brought you here into this meeting today was not because probably you were sold something. It was information that brought you here. It was communication that brought you here. It was publicity that brought you here. So that's basically marketing. And how was that done? That was done through content. That was done through passing information, and that information is content. In fact, what I'm doing right now is I'm passing content to everybody on this call. So a content basically unites everything. And when we now talk about marketing, it plays a great role, because if I want people to know me, I have to tell people that this is who I am, just the way I did during my introduction. If LearnlyApp wants to reach more people, they have to tell more people about who they are. They have to communicate who they are to more people. And that basically is marketing. What many of us do, maybe probably on your social media pages, at your anywhere you find yourself, is just basically getting passing information to people, and allowing people to know that this is who you are. You are a board, you are a care, you are this, you are that. That's content, and what you are doing is basically marketing. And content and marketing goes hand in hand. They are two inseparable elements that you cannot do without. So content basically unites everything. And having established that, let's go forward to differentiate what content is and what marketing is. Now, content and marketing, the distinction. Preferring solution to a defined audience, getting that solution to that target audience. From these two statements, you can distinctively say that this is content and this is marketing. Now, the first statement, preferring solution to a defined audience, is content, and is marketing, and getting that solution to the target audience is true content. Because no matter how beautiful, you see, this knowledge I am passing, no matter how wonderful the knowledge is, no matter how great the knowledge is, if I did not pass it in the form of content, in the form of speaking, in the form of writing, in the form of whatever it is, to people, they would not know that I have the wonderful knowledge. They would not know that I have the wonderful solution. So preferring that solution to a defined audience is marketing. And how to get that solution to your audience, to your target audience, to the people that need it. For LearnlyApp was created to help learners, to help you learn, to identify with you when you are stuck, the challenges with learning, identifying with you in all of these stages, so you can better yourself, so you can add to your knowledge, so you can improve your personal development, so you are not alone on the journey. So basically, no matter the solution you have to use content to market it to the audience, to the people that need it. And that is why you see that no matter how big many brands are today, they still do marketing, because it can never go out of if it can never go into extinction. And that is why today, before people talk about getting into tech, transitioning into tech, they talk about content, learn content about anything basically about content, because content unites everything. I don't know if you are following. Please let me know if we are together. Are we
Yes, we
together?
are. Yes, we are. Please,
All
please
right, thank
continue.
you very much. So, the significance of content in marketing. You see, a research says that 93% of companies prioritize delivering relevant content when and where people is most likely to see it. Now, it boils down to what I said earlier. No matter how beautiful your solution is, no matter what that thing you have created, if you don't get it to who needs it and where they can be found, it's just as good as you did not create anything. And it is when this thing gets to them. How does this thing get to them? By through content. So content plays a very, very significant role in marketing. It's something that organizations, individuals, because I know when we talk about marketing, a lot of people try to associate it with companies, try to associate it with organizations, but you as an individual, you are daily marketing yourself, and you do that through content. So the role of content is, the role of content in marketing is that you are bringing that solution to where people will see it, when they will see it, so that you get the results, so that you get the outcome of whatever it is you are preferring to them. You get them to use, to make use of that solution you have. You get the results through content. Now, highlighting the role one after the other. The first thing is communication. How does how when we say marketing, like I said earlier, you're trying to communicate something, and what are you communicating? The first thing is your brand. And that's why I said it's not only about companies, it's not only about organization, it's about an individual, because by yourself you are a brand. So when you are communicating your brand, you are marketing yourself. You are telling us what you're capable of doing. You are telling us your strengths. You are telling us your weakness. Just like in a job interview, when they say, "Can we meet you?" They're expecting you to tell a brief summary of who you are. That's selling yourself. That's marketing, and you are doing that through content. So you see how we cannot sideline content in everything we are doing, because content and marketing is just like our everyday life. So the role is very, very significant. You are communicating your brand. You are communicating what you do. If it's an organization, I mean, many people just might come on this call through maybe the flyer or the message or what have you. But it is through content that we now start communicating, okay, this is what this organization does, this is what we are known for, this is what we want you to know us for, and just basically communication. That is the role of content in marketing. Now, we understand that, just like I mentioned at the beginning, we are not for everybody. We cannot serve everybody, but there are particular persons that we basically made this platform for. People that are struggling to learn, people that want to be accountable on their learning journey. So the audience you serve, you communicate it to them. And how do you do it? You do it through content. And what you are doing is marketing. You are communicating, okay, this is the audience I serve. If you are deficient in this particular area, this is how we can help you. This is the solution we are preferring. So you are communicating to the audience you serve so that they can find you. And lastly, your solution. Communicating your solution, what you do, how exactly are you serving them. This wonderful bootcamp is this wonderful class is an example how you're serving them. So the role of content and marketing, they just go hand in hand. And I believe that as you're following, you are seeing how you cannot separate content and marketing, because they go hand in hand. Now, the role of content, the second thing I'll be talking about is competence. Competence is your quality, is your proof. I mean, how do I say that? How do you prove to me that you are not some kind of substandard organization? It is through your marketing. And how do you do that? You do it by communicating to us that no, we're not just some kind of roadside people. We are people that know what we are doing. We are not substandard. That is the role of content in marketing. You are using it to clear every doubt that people have. So if you as an individual, when they tell you that, okay, probably you are taking up a role of trying to market for an organization or a company, these are the things you should put at the back of your mind, that you are doing, you are communicating, and you are showcasing their competence, their quality. And you are not just telling them about the quality, you are adding proof. You are adding proof. There is this pidgin statement that says, I get them, no be property. The explanation to that is, if you cannot show me the proof, I mean, you cannot say you have the property. So when we are talking about competence, it's only through content. It's a role content plays when you are trying to tell the world, you're trying to tell people, you're trying to tell others that are not within you, that are not there, that are not you know, when you're preferring a solution, probably you have a team, you have people, you have people that maybe were there, you share the ideas with, but trying to bring others into it, trying to integrate them in, you have to show them proof that this is not substandard, this is not quality. Whether it's a product, it's a service, it's a good, you have to use content to market it to people. So if you're working in an organization, or you want to work in one, or you're trying to build up yourself, like as this platform is all about, you're trying to um maybe you're looking for a job in the future, you are looking at, okay, I want to work in the marketing aspect. This is the role that you can use content to play in projecting wherever the organization or people or wherever you find yourself. So the next thing is confidence. And just like the quotation I have here, if you can confidently communicate, in fact, sometimes your competence might not be needed. There's a popular statement that people used to say these days that some people have not left their chair. Some people have not left their shell. Some people have not left where they are. They are limiting themselves because they don't have confidence. And the only way you can do this is through communication. And the same example I made the other time, when you're at a job interview, have you seen where they said this person does not even know what she's saying, but the way she's confident about it, the way he's confident about it, got in that role or the job or whatever it is, because confidence sells a lot, and you can do that through content. So if you can fine-tune your content skill, if you can fine-tune your content skill, you can use it to project confidence to others, such that although your competence will keep you on the long run, but then if you can basically fine-tune your content skills, you are almost good to go at every point, because before your competence is seen, before your competence is assessed, your confidence is the first thing that people see. It's just like you are trying to sell a good or product or service to me. Before I probably see the competence part, before I see the quality, the proof, I must have seen the way you even the way you present it to me, the way you present whatever it is, the idea, the product, the service to me. So content is how you can use confidence in marketing yourself, in marketing an organization, in publicizing to people. Now, conviction. So no matter how convinced you are about something, if you cannot use confidence to communicate that thing, you might just be wasting your time. So conviction is also a role content plays in market. So if you say you are convinced about something, then that content, you have to use content by speaking it. You have to use content to communicate it to others, to people, that what you are marketing, you are convinced about it. And confidence and conviction goes hand in hand as well. These four are the major roles of content in marketing that I'll be highlighting on today. Now, the next thing is content characteristics for marketing. When we talk about the characteristics of content, I want you to look at, imagine as many people that you see are doing well, probably skit makers, writers. Just imagine in your mind the two things that characterize their marketability is because their content is relatable and real. An example is somebody like Tauma. I know she's a very popular skit maker. The reason why she has not left the trend, she is still there, is because her content is relatable. So how does this apply to you? If as an individual you are selling yourself, try to sell relatable content about yourself, something that people can relate to. If you're an organization, when you're preferring your solution in the form of marketing, try to use probably stories, probably illustrations that are relatable to people. That is how you can retain your marketability. And be real. Release content, project content, present content that are real. It's not something that doesn't look doable. It's not something that somebody will look and say, this is not even possible. So when it's real, it's relatable, it gets people, it converts, it brings in sales. So there are times that even when one has a very good message, you have a very good solution, but you are communicating it through your content in a way that is not relatable, in a way that is not real, whether about yourself or as a marketer for an organization. The goal of that marketing may not be achieved. So that is why the two major characteristics that should characterize a content for marketing is relatability and realness. I hope we are still together.
Yes,
Yes,
we
ma,
are.
we are with you.
Thank you. All right. So content forms for marketing, just like you have on the screen, there are various ways you can share content for marketing: through infographics, through video. And what are infographics? Infographics are graphics containing information, just like what you have. Like on the screen now, you can see a number of information on what you are looking at. So infographics is graphics containing information. So those are the ways you can share content. So if you are a marketer for an organization, you have understood the role marketing, content plays in marketing. So you can help that organization to share information, to market them through infographics, through and that's on the graphics. You can use through audio, like what we are doing. You can use visuals, videos, like still like what we are doing as well. And you can use text. I mean, text. You cannot even sideline text, because before anything can become video, it was first in text, it was first in words. Before anything can become graphics, it was first in words. Even what we have, yeah, it's graphics, but there are still text in it. So those are the forms of content you can use for marketing: infographic, audio, visuals, graphics, and text. So at this point, I want to say thank you for listening. I hope you have been able to get the one or two things about the role content plays in marketing. And at this point, I would entertain questions if there is any. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mary. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed myself. So, is there anyone that has any question? If there is anything that you don't understand from what she has said so far, if there's anything that personally you are struggling with either marketing your business or your brand or you as a person, this is the time for you to ask. She's a very, very good content creator and she's loaded. And we've seen some of the things she has done in the past, and she's an expert in this field. So feel free to ask your questions. Feel free to ask your questions. Okay, so while waiting, I'm going to talk more about LearnlyApp. I know um, LearnlyApp Edtech is actually a platform whereby we equip, we upskill and empower young Africans in tech skills in an engaging way through our quizzes, through challenges on our app. So if you always struggle to complete a particular cohort or a particular boot camp or a particular course online and you are looking for a way to achieve this with ease, you are struggling to always complete a particular online course and you don't know how to go about it rather, Learnly app is the place for you to go. So just go to Play Store. I'm going to put the link here where you can easily download Learnly app. And we actually have we hold boot camps and we always have some workshops. We have tech talks where people come and enlighten us on some different topics that are related to what we do, to tech, and that can also help develop us individually and wherever we find ourselves. Okay, so I've sent the link. The link is in the chat, so you can click on the link and download LearnlyApp. So right now we have our bootcamp is actually ongoing, and that's where some of our staff are, and also some of our community members. That's why they're not here on this call. So this month of September, we are taking product design bootcamp, and next month we'll be taking digital marketing and front end development. So you can register when you see the post on social media. Our social media handle is at LearnlyApp on all social media platforms. I've also dropped that in the chat box for anyone that wants to, you can follow us on Twitter, on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on Instagram to just be a part of what we do and also get informed more about our activities and also be about the interesting thing that we are doing in the tech space. We are the first B2B Edtech. We also create platform for people that have courses to take their courses on our platform. You come to you give us your courses, we gamify it and we upload it on our platform for people to access it. Your students can come and take the course, if whether it is as an individual or as an organization. We partner with organizations and tutors to teach their courses on our platform. So if you belong to any of these categories, please reach out to us. We'll be looking forward to partnering with you and also having you in our bootcamp session and other sessions that we'll be holding soon. Thank you. So is there any question?
No question from my side.
Okay. Okay, if there's no question, then we'll bring this session to a close. I want to appreciate everyone that took their time to be a part of us today. We are grateful. We are glad to have you in our midst. And we also believe you learned a thing or two. Personally, I actually learned a lot, especially when she said confidence can give you access to the room, but it is competence that will keep you in the room, that's going to keep you there on the long run. It means a lot, and which is actually true. You can have what it takes, but if you are not confident enough to market yourself or to put yourself out there, if you remain in your comfort zone, you won't get what you deserve. And that's really, really relatable. And she also mentioned the fact that as business owners or as individual brands, we should always market ourselves in a relatable way. We should always market ourselves in a relatable way, in a way that people can always relate to us and they can easily understand. We shouldn't be too ambiguous in our marketing. We should be simple, we should be relatable. Thank you very much, Mary, for your time and for the insights that you dropped today. I really, really learned a lot. Thank you very much. So if there's no question, we are going to bring this session to a close and we'll be looking forward to seeing us some other time.
Thank you for having me. To have a great time.
Same
Thank
here.
you, Ahmed.
Goodbye, everyone.
Yeah, goodbye. Thank you. Bye bye.